Welcome, everybody. Let's make that money, shall we? So, anyway. Now I know how we're gonna make our rigs. This rig is not too long at all. Hi there, welcome. What's up? Thank you for the live. So now I know how I'm gonna build these rigs. To make my customer happy and make these rigs into absolute monster catchers. Okay. How on this one, yeah. Let's do an off or I'll see if I'll probably just do a thimble. That's gonna be more easy. It's already a pretty thick rig. A lot of exposed parts. All right, we're gonna take one of these 400 pound swivels, close the thimble with crimpers. Yes. Let's see. Hi there. Suda is has seed. What about seed? Oh, whatever. Hi there, Aiden Dag. Are you the Aiden I know from back in the day? Because I know your name is different. But yeah. And hi there, Victoria. So this is what? 4 feet? It's not that long of a section. Now the money part. Now the second part is gonna be the trick. And Sturgeon, if you're there, Michael, absolutely, I can do mono, but on this one, I might just do some cable. It's one of the cheapest bricks, so I thought it might be best to keep the whole rig inexpensive. So it's one that it wouldn't hurt too much to break off, you know. Let's see if these crimps fit. Yep. I'm definitely gonna do offshore loop. Yeah, no thimble needed, but I want an offshore loop. Actually. No. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Glacier, we're building some shark rigs for Herdenford Sturgeon. This is gonna be one of the cheapest ones I'll be building. And it'll be a pulley rig. Total rig length about 10 foot, but only about 5 foot length outside of the rod. So this should be good. Yeah, good morning. I mean, for me, it's afternoon, but yeah. Alrighty. Let's take one of those O-rings. This is gonna be a play part of our rig. And we'll also add some heat shrink on the part that you want extra protection on. The part that will actually do the, the part that will actually do that the ring will sit on. Is that a double layer of heat shrink to protect it from kinking too much. Now we need to make / attach our clip. And that clip will just be some bent wire. Yeah, I'll just crimp this piece of wire on. That'll be the easiest way of doing things. Actually, I'll connect this. Yeah, that's how we do it. One sec. No trip actually. Just building rigs for to sell right now. We'll have to think about this one. The best, of course, would be if you just had. Yeah. That's how I'll do it. And this is I'm holding the tag end. Oops. All right. But hopefully, if I keep building and selling leaders, I'll be able to go on some trips soon. Alrighty. All right. right. Okay, a heavy, relatively heavy snack fluid. Where do I have to go? Something basic. Just detect the weight. 28 kilograms, 50 pounds fluid. Honestly, should be enough. These are a good size, so let's just go with them. I hope Horton for Sturgeon comes by soon. So he can tell me if he wants all of his rigs built like this or not. But yeah. So the idea is to fish this as a fillet rig, meaning we'll hook or put our hook in like this for casting, and this will be our length. And I have this string shoot here that I'm gonna shrink on now. Alrighty. Yes. So the way you're gonna fish this rig, or I'll just attach a weight so you guys can see it better. This is how this rig is gonna be casted. You can see it. Okay, this ended up being a bit taller than I wanted to. Okay, that's because the weight has a brake line too. But yeah, this whole rig you can cast. It is like a little bit under 6 feet outside of your raw. And once it hits the water, you can give it a few tanks. This of course works better in the water. Yeah, and then the slow you'll work. It will work. This ring will work itself. Oh, that's it. Wait a minute. No, it was correct. Yeah, but I might need to add a stop. Just thinking about this, it should have a stop on here. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to do that. I mean, this one will probably still work, but yeah. So most likely it will sit like this in the water. But once you're fighting a fish, it will slide all the way up here, and you have at least 10 foot of wire. You're only casting 5 to 6 feet. So yeah, we'll see. This is my first ever play rig I've built. So cut me some slack, folks. And it's released. Nice. Cut this part. You could also just use a swivel, by the way, just for the record. Don't have to do it like this. With the metal, with the rings. These are just gonna do a little bit less damage on your cable and less kinking because they're heavier diameter. Anyway, what up, Smutster? Yeah, well, I'm finishing what I've already done for the most part, but yeah. I need the guy that's buying them to hone in, but I think he'll gonna like these. We'll see. Anyway, I gotta take a little bathroom break. Be right back. One. All right, all right, all right. It never got any cleaner, Smutty. It never got much cleaner, to be honest. It didn't get messy again, it just stayed messy. If that's better or worse, anywho, it's what it is. And the flame. But yes, master. Organized chaos. That's what my office is. Yeah, exactly. There is a system behind it. I'm just the only one who can recognize it. All right. Might need to shorten this byte section a bit. Yeah, we will have to shorten this to make it work for Michael. Now this should be a good length. Ever. The flame. Yeah, let's do the thimble again. Let's make it nice for Michael. Great. Okay. Okay, these cable cutters are so stupid. Oh well. All right. Okay. Now we use a cable cutter. We have what? Okie dokie. Alrighty. Nice. 1 second. I just check something in the kitchen. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Hi, Gia. Okay. Time to make our next. Okie dokie. No new comments. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, they're both been smart to do this faster. Anyway, too late for that now. Nice. All right. Uh, all right. Certain for certain. Cowboy baby, what's up, bro? In deep translation. What's up, bro? What's up, Robert? I'm building some shark rigs for Hurting for Sturgeon. This is a pulley rig, with a self-made clip, as you can see. Heavy duty stuff. So we have about 10 feet of cable, but it's only 5 foot length casting. So yeah. How are you, Robert? So yeah, this would be the rig ready for casting. I don't know if you can see the whole well, yeah, here we have our hook for, of course, the bait clip, the weight, and here we have just a metal ring for a pulley. And you can yank this sucker out there. And yeah. And once you've got a fit, of course, you're going to shake this loose like this. And once you have a fish that takes the bait, it'll run against the second metal ring and have 6 foot and another 4 to 5 foot. Yeah. This is like probably close to 11 feet of cable. A bite section and a rubbing section. But where is Hurting for Sturgeon? Because before I build more leaders like this, it might be nice to know if this is what you want. Anywho, I'll be hanging these rigs off of this thingy. I'll be putting onto my door of the fishing room. Because that way the stuff is out of the way and it's, you know, it's not gonna kink or get lost or whatever. Anyway, Sturgeon, finally you made it, bro. So your rigs, I've set them up as pulling rigs. Tell me if that's something you want or not. I can still change them, of course. But right now, this is how they would look ready to cast. So up here we have a metal ring to attach your main line. This is nice and smooth stainless steel. Then we have our rubbing leader and our bite section. Leading into a home-made clip, and on the bottom you have a swivel for the weight. And you can cast this whole section out like this. I think I'll have to recrimp this one though, because I noticed this ring can slide all the way down to the hook, which isn't ideal. So I'll probably have to redo this connection and put a swivel on there or change something else there. I probably could use a swivel instead. But yeah. Let's fix it. Yeah, let's just do the swivel instead. Then this issue won't be there anymore. That means we'll have to take this heat shrink off. Or do we? That's what we do. But I might just do a single crimp. Then it should work just fine. Honestly, this will work. The other connection is double crimped anyway, so we have the effect that I'm looking for anyway. Okay, cable cutter. This thing isn't cutting. Nah, I need a knife. I need to remove this shrink. Yeah, right, this is a smaller hook anyway. If there's one rig where we can afford, it's not being 100%. It's this one. Should still catch any fish. The only thing I cannot use a thimble or an offshore loop on this one, but shouldn't be a big deal. It's still at least 200-pound cable. Okay. Okay. Now it's going. Of course, I won't ship. I can always lasso the bait out of the pier by hand. I generally keep my leaders at the length of the video. I think if the leaders are longer than that, I can toss them. Like 30 feet? No, that looks solid. Yeah. Well, this is a length. No, this is a normal size store. And you can I have my weights on a brake line. I'll probably have to send everything to my buddy, Mitch, since I'm moving at the end of the month. Okay. Yeah. Won't I think you should still be able to cast them okay. Mhm. But of course, once there's a fish attached, they're twice as long as they are for casting, or almost twice as long. They're 5 foot longer in effect than they are for casting. Let's put it that way. Where's my other? Where are the other ones that I already made? What did we get today? I don't know. The thing is, for the other hooks, I have a new way found for catching hooks. So yeah, but I just have to order some stuff to do that properly. All right, this. Do you want this one rig that I made? That's a bit long. That's a lot longer. This would be definitely a dropping slash hand tossing rig. Should I put this in too, or should I just keep this for myself and make you another play one? I left off the field with a 2 pound shadow on the wall. Okay. 1 sec, I'll get my partner. Does that hook is partner? Because that's one thing with the catch-all, the 20 O's, I find they're not properly sharp out of the box. They need resharpening. So yeah. Yeah, that's sharp. That's sharp. Now that's a sharp one. Okay. So yeah, this is 2 millimeter, 400 pound, really king persistent cable, like 20 feet of it, and a 1,000 pound 5 liter with a 20 20 That's all. I have to check what that's gonna be. It's gonna be like $10 for the leader material in that case. Yeah, that leader will be like only like it'll be definitely be under $20. That 24 foot leader or something like that. And the others, yeah. But for the BKK one, I really want to do the proper way, like this way, but with stainless steel cable, stainless steel wire. I mean, this is another sport way, kind of nasty, attaching the hooks like this, or Here's a better demonstration how it looks properly done. But this is aluminum wire. This is likely to rip out if you put too much tension on this. But yeah. Somehow, if you attach circle hooks like this, they just always wanna catch. They just are a lot meaner with this method of attachment. Plus, this is stiff, so it cannot double back into itself. Yeah. And for the weight section, I have only used aluminum crimp, but I mean, all that has to hold is the weight. So I don't think that would be an issue. And yeah, let's see. So what size hooks do you want more of? More of the 18 O's or more of the 18 O's catch-alls or more of or 20 O catch-alls or the 16 O masters? Because yeah, so far I've been I don't know. So far I have a pretty even mixture. Oh, and I could do this rig. I don't know if you want it. This hook clearly doesn't turn the same. It's not doesn't turn as nearly as good as attaching it with the wire that I need to order. Will like you know this one I have to try to not make it turn and it still turns. This one just it's like a 50-50 chance if you're gonna hook up or not. So if you don't want this rig, I 100% understand. But I can still build your leader with this attachment. Just personally, I wouldn't use it myself. It is gonna hold a fish once it's hooked. Just you only hook. You're gonna hook less fish. So that is why you need to decide if you want that or not. You can always toss it in unless you want to rebuild. It's no biggie, bro. I can easily rebuild it. That really wouldn't be an issue. If I once I get the wire in stock, yeah. Doesn't really feel right to task you, if I for a rig that's only half as good. And yeah, here I already have some half-made leaders. That I will attach big hooks to with that style once I've got them in. And how many leaders for tossing and how many, like, should I try to do all as pulleys or 50-50 or how do you want it? Because of course, with the pulley rigs, I am still limited to like 10 foot and a 10-foot plus shark will still hit your main line with its tail, which is kind of bad. But if casting is pretty much all you do, then it would make sense to build all of them like that, or almost all of them. Anyway, let's build another one of our or clips. We're definitely gonna need more of those. Where did I put my wire? And I cut it off. Here. Good. Yeah, let's do it like that. Sorry, okay, all good. I'm just building some more. Oh. These are stainless sleeves, aren't they? Yes, they are. Don't want to use stainless on this. The stainless steels are expensive and totally unnecessary. Hi, Burko. Good night, man. Good night, Burko. You have a good one, man. Almost 4 a.m. for you. You're just rebuilding it, huh? Not actually right now. I'm building the casting clip or the you know the where you're gonna hook your hook on. For rebuilding the rig, I'm gonna need to make it better. I'm gonna need some other materials. There's gonna be the hook. That's where you're gonna put your hook on. Some kind of some random swivel for the weight. Really doesn't matter. Just something that's not gonna break. So some snap swivel that's heavy duty enough that you don't have to remake it, basically. Yeah. This one ain't gonna break. All right. So yeah. The fewer moving parts, the better. Alrighty. I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure you can buy these cheap, but then again, you don't know what kind of materials they've used. And are they really going to be big enough for a 16-0 hook? And are you actually going to save money once if you find those specialized giant ones? Nice one. No, no, I didn't just do that. Shit. I screwed up the orientation. Did I? I did. I did. Okay. Crap. I'll be right back. Then again, this is so stiffened up, I might just be able to bend it in the opposite direction and it might still work. It should still work, I think. Not perfect. The stuff is stiff enough. Okay. I don't have to completely rebuild this one. Because that will hurt. Yeah. Okay. That's not that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, okay, okay. Fucking hell. That that's like rigging up completely, then noticing you missed an eyelet on your rod. Yes, yes, yes. Don't you just hate it? Like with a passion when that happens. Anyway. Well, so far the cable I've been using, by the way, was relatively thin, like 1.5 millimeter, 2 to 300 pound galvanized cable, because I've been using the cheaper hooks. Do you want me to step it up and do all stainless steel, or do you think it doesn't matter for the rubbing leader? Or do you want me to build you some rigs with mono? I could do some 600-pound mono as well for the rubbing part. Or do you want all of them to be all cable? Either way is fine for me. But if you want some rigs that are mono, then of course I can do that too. Like, yeah, it drops if your volume is. Oh, okay. Is it better now, Sergeant? What I asked is if you want them to be all cable, or should I also do some mono ones, like mono rubbing leader? I mean, still the same. Okay, let me see if I can fix it. Okay, now is it better now? As Mo gets older, he becomes more soft spoken, eh? Probably. Anyway, what I asked was if you want all of them to be all cable, or should I throw one or two of 600-pound mono in? Could throw it like two in there with the 600 pound. Okay. Then I'll just do the hook. You know, the hook that I don't like, I'll just do that one with mono because that'll make it a cheaper rig, you know. Actually, is it cheaper? A little bit cheaper, yeah. I'll do this one with the messed up thing and mono. Alrighty. Where are my thimbles? No, this one is the right thimble for the top. But this one will do. I gotta head out in 20 minutes for my work meeting. I'll be back 40 minutes after that, okay? As long as those 30 minutes won't be an hour and a half. Honestly, I might actually end the live then. That's also a possibility. But yeah. Yeah, it's already 6 p.m. So I think when Sturgeon has to go, or shortly after, I'll probably end the live. A nice print. I'm purposely messing up the coating here at the end, so my aluminum sacrificial anode can actually do its thing and sacrifice itself to protect the rest of our rig. Alrighty. One connection done. Okay, where's the... Right, now we're gonna use the 600-pound mono. Did I already have a piece somewhere that's already cut? I think I do, and that's gonna be enough for this rig. Just gotta find it. If not, I'll just cut a new piece off. Who cares? I'm not in the mood to keep searching forever. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that other piece of mono also wasn't the prettiest. Last time I used this mono was for my gator rigs. When I was catching crocs. Okay. Actually, I don't 100% trust these crimps. So I'll do 3 crimps instead of 2 on this mono. And I'll do an offshore loop. Because this offshore loop, of course, it's also a mass metal. And with mono, by the way, Sturgeon, if you ever build your own rigs, you never want to crimp full force on mono. You want to do it like to a natural stop. You feel your crimp compressing, it gets harder, then you want to squeeze a little more, and that's it. Any more, you'll just damage your mono. I mean, it is just plastic, you know? You're trying to squeeze plastic into between two pieces of metal. Okay. Okay. Done. Yep, I'll do it little by little on the mono and crimping. Yeah. Okay. And I definitely recommend using aluminum crimps, and it can be soft aluminum crimps too on mono. But yeah, it's just mono. But this definitely should hold. Recrimp connections. Piece of shrink tube on here. This shrink tube we won't use fire for, obviously. Just a swivel for a slider. And then 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Right, let me turn my camera on for shrink that shrink cube. Done. Okay, once again, we need a weight to make this work. Keep the rig straightened. And if you shrink cube on here. Oh, wow. Is this too long? It is almost 6 foot. I could redo the connection and take another and make it like, I don't know, almost a foot shorter if you want sturgeon. I could bring it down closer to 5 foot. Because from what you've told, probably would be better, right? That's okay. You sure? Like I said, this is a 6 foot rig. Like I can shorten it to 5 foot, and I, of course, you can always do that too if you really want to. But all right, and the shortening would only be the mono. So yeah. All right, brother. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'll. I think I'll call it because honestly, I'm a bit. Oh now. Yeah. But see y'all soon. All right. Final look at our final rig of today. We've got 4 rigs ready to ship. 4 rigs ready to ship. Peace out, everyone. Cheers.